Well, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Recently, as many of you may know, I changed the wheels and tires on the Tacoma, which we are sitting in now, of course. And in doing so, that made the speedometer off as far as how fast you're going, and even the fuel mileage, and the odometer for that matter, because the tires obviously spin at a different rate than they were set up originally as OEM. So I had a comment here from Terrence Tatum, and thanks Terrence, by the way, for sending me this, as to a possible solution, a way to recalibrate the system without having to go out and spend a ton of money on calibration software or a system, or taking it to the dealer, or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and try that, and you need to be in the truck obviously and have access to the infotainment system. So according to the instructions I got, first of all, you have to be on the home screen, which you guys can see right there. I am. And then you have to hit the home button, which we did here. And then you have to go over to the little symbol here at the top. I'm trying to see that around the camera. And touch that, like so. And then you have the next screen that comes up. And on that, you would hit navigation, which we'll do. And next, we hit, let's see here, detailed navigation settings, which is here, and calibration. And then you would select tire change. You guys can see that here, which obviously we did. So we'll hit tire change. Now we've done that, and up here on the screen, which actually I can't show you guys because it would pinpoint my location, and I don't want to do that. But it just goes back to the navigation screen. So we've done that, and now we're going to drive for a little bit. I am going to put the GPS on the phone so I can check my speed as I go and see if indeed anything changes and if it recalibrates for the new tires. So stay tuned. All right, we're about, I'd say, 5 minutes into the trip so far, and I'm going to turn you guys around to have the GPS set up in front of the speedometer in the truck so you can see both readouts. There you go. You can see we're traveling 54. The speedometer says 52. We're traveling 55. It still says 52. Now we're going to have to stop, unfortunately. But so far, it looks to me like nothing has happened. I don't know if we've driven far enough or we've gone enough varying speeds for the system to kick in and, in essence, calibrate. We're going to continue on and see if there's any difference. Now we're through the light, so I'll show you again. As you can see, it's still fluctuating. Now we're going to get into an even slower speed limit. So I'm going to drive a little more, and we're going to see if indeed it does calibrate at all. Okay, we went through a slow zone there, so we did have a variance of speed. And I'm going to turn you guys around. We'll take another look, see if anything has happened. Get up to a little faster speed there, up to 55, actually 56 now, and you can see, try to keep it steady-ish, there is still a variance of 2 to 3 miles an hour. So far, I don't see any changes in the calibration of the tires. We are going to go a little bit further. Going to have to stop and turn the truck off and turn it back on, and maybe that's when it cycles. I don't know. We're going to see. So stay tuned. All right, we are back. We have made a stop, which meant I turned the truck off, went inside, came back out. It sat for probably, oh, I'd say 10, maybe 15 minutes. And back driving on the road again. So let me go ahead and get the GPS sitting down here in front of the speedometer so you guys can see here. And of course, now we're going to pull up to a stop sign, or stoplight. So we're going to come back on here in a second as soon as this thing turns green. All right, we are moving again. So let's go ahead and let you guys watch the progression of the speedometer here. You guys can see it is indeed still off. So at this point, I may try it again just to see, you know, if there was some kind of a hiccup in the setting, or I don't know. But at this point, I would say that running through that procedure does not work. The speedometer is still off. It did not recalibrate per that setting in the navigation system or the radio. So that's a bummer. I was really kind of hoping this had worked. Again, I appreciate the info, Terrence. At least now we know that you don't have to go through this this exercise because it doesn't work. I don't know what that setting is for on the radio. Maybe somebody else will chime in, or maybe I could look at the manual. But it definitely doesn't recalibrate based on putting different size tires on the truck. Now, before I get off here, I am going to show you one thing that did work when I went to the bigger, different tires. Okay, we can't end the video on a fail. So there's one more thing that I have to show you guys, and that is the tire pressure readouts in the screen. You can see right here, mine are all at 41. Now, when you change the tires, of course, to something that requires a different pressure, you need to recalibrate or reset that system, and it's pretty easy to do. And the installer actually did mine before I even got it. But what you do is you push this button, which is located right down here, right down below your left knee next to the hood release. You'll see, maybe, it says set. So all you have to do is push that button, hold it down for, I believe it's a few seconds, until you see some dashed lines for each tire. And what the system will then do is locate the position of each tire, and after you drive it for about 10 minutes or so, I find it's usually a lot less, it will display the new tire pressure on the readout on the screen. Now, what it's going to do then is it's going to use that pressure as a benchmark, and if it drops below that, then you're going to get the warning that your tire pressure has changed, or you have a problem. So that does work quite well. You are able to do that yourself. Mine is set the way that I want it right now, and I did verify with a gauge, a handheld gauge, that the pressures that the system was showing were accurate, and they are. They're dead on. So anyway, that's the positive note to this video. Obviously, the navigation change or setting for the different tires did not work. I still am not exactly sure what that is for. But now you know, don't waste your time doing it. It won't do you any good. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Click that subscribe button if you haven't before. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good day. Bye.